This is David Shelton, broker at Century 21 Advantage in Sioux Falls. Be sure to join us every Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. Central Time for our 5 and 5 live broadcast. You're sure to find great information there. Be sure to invite your friends and family to our 5 and 5 live broadcast every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. All right. So welcome to 5 and 5. It's David Shelton, broker at Century 21 Advantage. Today I have with me Holly Romanowski, who's a broker associate here with me, and Holly's has been a friend and a client, and then a broker associate with us, and it's been a joy to journey together with Holly and her husband Mike and her family with Morgan and Devin. Or Devin and Morgan. But wanted you to meet Holly, wanted to share a little bit about her story and what she enjoys the most really about being an agent and what Holly brings to the experience for someone who's a buyer or seller, a ton of life experience, but also just if you read Holly's reviews, they're just you can tell that she cares for people, and that it really shows, and that blesses me as a friend, you know, and as a broker as well. So I wanted to showcase you, Holly. As you know, 5 and 5 is basically it's 5 things that are relevant or important in 5 minutes. So I've taken up about a minute of that. Don't want to do any more. So Holly Romanowski.
Yeah. Well, the number one thing I like about being an agent is, like you said, helping people.
Yeah.
Serving people is what I like to do. And everything I've done, from credit cards to retail and helping kids and taking wedding photos, it's all about giving that good customer service. I think we share that. You know, we like to serve people.
Yeah. Do you know that I'm listening to a podcast, a guy named Shep Eichen, and he interviewed a guy named Horst Schultz. This guy started the Ritz-Carlton. With another guy in Atlanta, and he brought. I think a lot of what we do with people is we see them that serving thing is we serve as a lady and gentleman, right? We're serving ladies and gentlemen. That's their thing, and it really elevates that experience. And you can tell, like when we talk to people that you serve, they're like, "Wow, she's our friend. She's our realtor. She's our confidant." I mean, there's so much. The dynamic that goes on there, to be trusted by others is quite an honor.
Right?
For
sure.
It's incredible. So yeah, that's awesome.
And the other thing, you can sell things to people, but in this industry, it's great because you know that whatever they're buying, they're going to gain in value, so they're actually financially better off when it's all said and done. You know.
So when you look at real estate and you talk to people, you kind of get an idea of what they want. You really want to try to position them in the best possible light. So if they have to sell earlier than anticipated, they're still going to come out doing well. Right. I think we share a similar passion for that. Don't really try to get people in a place to where they're going to win. Right. So that's a big thing.
We like to win.
We like to win. So I met Holly. Our daughters played softball together, and we do like to win. Right.
And sell donuts.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's another story. that's going to be a longer than 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. So what else, Holly?
The other thing is how it's your own business. You know, there's no limits in real estate. You can go as far with it as you want to, as fast as you want.
Yeah.
There's no pay caps. You know, you can't get to the top of your pay grade and that's it.
Right.
Corporate rules or whatever. And there's no slackers. I don't know how many jobs I've had where everybody's paid the same wage and somebody's over there just slacking off and working my butt off, you know.
Yeah.
And so there's no slackers involved.
Yeah. And if there are, they're not with us.
And really, the hard work that you put into it equals your rewards. You're not just working, for somebody else. It's all going to your own account, which is nice.
You've done some things like you had one special client out in the country, a half an hour, 45 minutes away, a family?
In Menno.
In Menno, yeah. And so, and I know we've got an acreage, a 20-acre listing coming up in Menno too. We'll talk more about that later. But and that family, Holly rides unicycle, so we don't have.
It's in the garage.
It's in the garage right now, and it's wintertime. But you went out and entertained. There were some special needs children in this family, and you went out and entertained them with the unicycle as well. How are we doing? Okay, so we're gonna have to move this 5 thing along. But this is we can go over 5 minutes. If you got to split, go for it. But we might take an extra couple minutes. It's overtime.
Number 3, the flexibility of the job. You know, you're always working as an agent, but I love being able to go walk my dog and have my phone in my pocket and you know, do anything that you need to do for your family or whatever. I love avoiding that 8 and 5 traffic in Sioux Falls.
Yes. You prefer the 6 in the morning till 11 at night.
Right. Not 6 a.m. But the other thing I just noticed the other day is I went and did some shopping for my mom, and I love being at the grocery store when it's nothing but grandmas and grandpas. You know, it's so cool. And they're looking at me like, "What are you doing here?" And like, "I'm working. I'm shopping and working." So,
yeah. So even though you're busy as a realtor, you know, and you're sometimes when your clients or customers, people that aren't your clients yet, are interested in a property, it's really, you're never too busy for them.
Right.
And I think that's the big deal, is to be set apart. And then just on the other side of it, we've talked a lot in recent years about making our commission more affordable to people that are selling. Mm-hmm. And that's been a mutual passion of Holly's and mine, that we've really looked for ways to improve our processes and workflow, so that and the way that we connect with clients, so that, and using technology at its best, so that we can lower the cost of selling. And I think that's, not many agents have that passion to do that, right? So, but I don't know if you want to speak a little bit about that, but it's one of those awkward things when you start talking about money. But it's really, when we're selling someone's home, it's their money. Right. It's their equity.
Right. You think about how long they've worked for that house.
And what they've risked to do that, right? They've gone without at times, perhaps, right, to make that house payment, to make sure that they're on for that. And we want that to be as rewarding for them as possible. Mm-hmm. So the decision to cut our listing commission really from what it was in half is from 3% on the listing side to 1.5%, was a decision we didn't take lightly. We beta tested it, and we've seen the expression from others. An agent that worked for us for a short period of time, then decided to not go full time into real estate, but to be full time in what she was doing. Called Holly and wanted to list her home, and Holly got to surprise her with our. She was one of our first tests. Right. With our
and
commission.
She wanted her dream home, but she wasn't sure if they could reach that. And then when I told them what we could do for them, she really thought that was a game changer. And she's like, "It's on, let's do it." Yeah,
and they got their dream home. Right.
It worked out great.
Right. So we were able to put more equity into their pockets, able to encourage them in that and facilitate that for them.
Right.
Both in the sale of their home as well as in the purchase of their new home.
Yeah, it was
which
awesome.
is so cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and being referred by others, having people that we work with, and many of our clients are people that we don't know from our sphere of influence. They're new people to us, right? So that's been quite a treat to become their confidant, right, in this business. So I appreciate you so much. It's such a joy to take this journey together. You know, it really is.
It has been fun.
Yeah, and our families have grown closer, and yet, you know, this is a demanding business. So if you're not really, you know, you got to be on demand, right? There's an on-demand button. Right. So we appreciate you joining us on the 5 on 5. And I know that we went long. If you have any questions, you want to ask certain questions to myself or Holly. Holly's cell phone number is, what is it?
605-366-2251.
Right. So 605-366-2251. Call Holly anytime. She's happy to answer your questions. If you're wondering, we've got a new website. It's thecentury21advantage.com. You can actually go onto that website. This is so cool. Put in your address, and it'll give you the value, but more importantly, it'll tell you how many people right now
Want your house.
want your house, that are looking for your house. So if you're wondering, like, who should I list with? What am I going to do here? I encourage you to check out that feature. It's mind-blowing. If you can't find it, call Holly, call myself, call our office, 336-2121.com or 2121, 336-2121. Call my cell phone, 906-8976, or Holly's 366-2251. We'll help you navigate through that, but it's pretty easy navigation. And tell your friends about it. It's really, really cool. If you're looking to buy something, it's great navigation too there. So you can pick your community. You can set a lot of parameters there on that website as well, and get private showings. We can answer information for you, and we're not going to pressure you into doing anything. And we're there as a resource for you. So appreciate you joining us on this 5 and 5. That's probably more like 10 and 5, or 5 and 10. See ya.
See ya.
This is David Shelton, broker at Century 21 Advantage in Sioux Falls. Be sure to join us every Friday afternoon at 1 p.m. Central Time for our 5 and 5 live broadcast. You're sure to find great information there. Be sure to invite your friends and family to our 5 and 5 live broadcast every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time.